Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And as you can see, I am not reviewing any particular figure today, but I did want to make a list video in a way. We are winding down the year, which means it's time for the list videos. And I wanted to start off since I really just don't like being negative on the channel. I like focusing on what I like and collect what I like. So I really just don't like being negative, but I did want to kind of have a constructive criticism video, mainly for the Black Series. There are just a handful of figures that we have gotten this year. And in a year where we've gotten, I would say, 50 to 100 Black Series figures, having a handful that are a little bit disappointing, I think is an absolute win. And it just goes to show how great the line is. And if anything, if Hasbro would ever, see this video, I just hope that they would take away the constructive criticism and maybe what I think would make these figures, little changes could make or break these figures. So, without further ado, let's get right into the list. First up, for the very first Black Series bummer, we do have Jesse here, and as you can see, I did modify mine, but originally he did have the fin on the helmet and also the mandible little breather tube parts down here are technically wrong on this helmet for what his actual helmet should be. And the funny part is Hasbro got it right on the artwork on the box, and they have the existing mold to make this helmet correct, and they just didn't do it. And to me, it was just a simple thing that could have really made this, it would have been a perfect figure in my opinion. So that is why Jesse is the first contender for Black Series bummer. Next up, we do have Merck, but before I get started, I did want to just give a little shout out to Out of the Basement. This is kind of a riff off their Black Series blunders, so I just wanted to, give them a shout out. Go check out their series on their channel. It's absolutely amazing. And just wanted to, make this little video kind of riffing off them. So shout out to you guys. Those are my boys. So next up, we do have Merck here. He is a figure that I honestly am thinking about putting on my honorable mentions for best figure of 2023. At least my list for, the top 10 or whatever. And because the simple fact is he is just a fun figure. He looks like the sculpt wise and like just moving him around, everything is absolutely amazing. And the one thing, that's the thing with a lot of these figures, it's just one thing that just, it holds it back, and that is the paint job, or lack thereof, They cast, the armor is cast in like a light gray plastic, which it should be a little bit of a darker, black or very dark gray. And then they just went a little heavy with the rust / dirt, grime, whatever. And it came off, decently orange. And I don't know, I think on the shelf he looks fine, and with everyone else he looks fine, I'd say. And he's just so fun, and I just had a blast opening him and reviewing him and everything. So I just think if they could have got that one thing, it would have made the top 10 list for sure, in my opinion. And next here we do have pre-Vizsla, and this guy was just kind of a massive disappointment. And I said it in my review, which you should go check out if you haven't already. This guy on a new mold, on a 2020 and updated mold, this guy would have been figure of the year. With the paint, everything, he looks amazing. He just is not fun at all. And you can see he's posed like this because I have him, on a flight stand, because he can't stand. He just cannot stand. Other than that, great figure. I can't say great figure, but great looking figure. And he would have been number one figure of the year in my opinion if put on a new mold. And you see a trend going here that it's one thing that they could have decided differently, and it would have changed everything. So yeah, that is why pre-Vizsla is a Black Series bummer. All right, and last but not least, we do have Balin and Shin, and this one still just breaks my heart because such great figures in everything except the scale. Like, alone, by themselves, if you just displayed one by themselves on a desk or whatever, it would be perfectly fine. Great figure, fun, all that. It's when you put them together and, they're a pair. So it's just very disappointing. And like I said, like, the articulation's there, the sculpt is there, the paintwork is there, in my opinion. It's just that they are literally the exact same height. And with the skirt piece here, like, that's as far down as I could get her to scrunch, and it's still, he's just blatantly too small. She almost, I would give it a pass. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't even really notice if he was just bigger. So I don't know what happened here. There's been a lot of speculation, but until Hasbro actually would come out, which they never would, and something like that, I think the community would appreciate so much if you just explained it, if they just explained what happened, and I don't know, like, I know we would all expect them to redo them at that point, but I don't know. Just again, a bummer. Just very, I don't know, great characters in the show too, so it's just one of those things that I think could have been done better. And with all the kind of shade I've thrown in this video, I want to say I love the Black Series, and I own all these figures, and I've paid for all these figures. And even if I did not do reviews, I would still own these figures. So at the end of the day, these things are minor. In some cases, I think it's nothing like super egregious in my opinion. And if it is in your opinion, don't buy the figures. So yeah, I don't know. I hate being negative, so I want to leave this off on a positive note where I just think it's the best time to be collecting Hasbro the Black Series. And for anyone saying that the line is dead or the articulation has gone downhill, you are delusional. You need help, and you just I don't know, like, stop collecting it. I guess that's, like, don't buy it. I don't know. I love the Black Series. Every release, every reveal we've gotten, I think has just been amazing. And Hasbro has to make money too. They can't just, give us, I don't know, like, it's more complicated than a lot of people make it out to be. And I think Hasbro is trying to do their best. Yes, there are things that I think they could do better, but yeah, I love the Black Series. I love collecting action figures, and without the Black Series, my collection would be tiny. So, and I would not have a lot of characters that I absolutely love. And yeah, I'm just super grateful for the Black Series, and I don't want this to be just, a super negative video. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think of all these Black Series bummers. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. May the Force be with you. Ayy.